Tyler, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm not in an area where a lot of people are sending me photos of snow and.
Well, Hey, get ready for it because you're coming into Niagara February 2nd with the boys from Theory of a Deadman, and guess what? We got a little bit of snow. You're going to have to dress up a little bit. You're going to have to, probably stay indoors and have a good time. It's cold.
Yeah, my mom lives in outside of Edmonton, and it was minus 55 or something.
Minus 55. Can you believe that? Oh my! Do you miss those? Do you miss those days of being freezing out there?
No, she's got all these things going. Her car is frozen. She can't get started. I'm like, I literally texted her, "Why do you live there?" That's right.
Yeah. You got to move her out, man. You got to move her out. But listen, man, I'm really excited. I got pumped up and excited that Theory of a Deadman is coming into Niagara Falls because we love you down here. And you know how I first got in? I'm gonna fanboy out a little bit if you don't mind. How I first heard you guys was my sister, Monica, used to always have a Bad Girlfriend as a ringtone. She probably owes you money for how many times that song has been played on her phone. And I always thought it was Nickelback, and then she said, no. Nickelback, Chad discovered these guys, and in fact, it was you that met Chad, was it not?
Yeah, I met him late 90s, maybe? Yeah, probably late 90s.
Yeah. Late 90s, and then that's where you first got cracked in, eh? Like he heard your demo and then put you to work.
Pretty much heard the demo, and then we got a record deal from there, and then it was. Now I look back, I'm like, man, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
I was skiing yesterday, the first time in 25 years.
Skiing.
It was fun, but. Yeah, I'm not kidding anymore, I'll tell you that.
Well, yeah, it really does get, because I'm 48, you're about the same age, am I right? And there's just that shift. There's just that shift that you don't think is coming, and then it actually comes, and you're like, oh my God, I've hit it. I've hit the wall. Maybe not you so much, because you still got the good-looking hair and the movie star looks. I do not.
Yeah, I'm not vain at all.
No.
I'm not vain at all, you're right.
No.
I was talking with a friend yesterday about that. I'm like, so when do I start doing the facelifts and the wig? Like, when does that kick in? So we'll figure it out. I
don't think you have to, man. You're a rock star. The people love you. The people love you because you got that rock star the look. You got things that, hey, man, a lot of people, I'm jealous. I'll just put it out there. I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous of you, Tyler. You're a rock star. You got all the big hits. You're on the road, man, and it's unbelievable. But, yeah, man, how much music do you guys actually have? Because there's so much of it. I mean, when you look down, you got Make Up Your Mind, Nothing Comes Between Us, RX, Bitch Comes Back, Bad Girlfriend, Santa Monica. Hey, it just goes on and on. Hate My Life, which is one of my favorites, and Low Light, which is another one of my favorites.
Yeah, I don't know. We got 8 albums, so it's we definitely have a catalog, which is pretty cool. I guess the hard part is that when we do shows, like we kind of text back and forth, and depending on what territory we're playing, Canada or the States or something, we're like, well, what songs are we adding? What songs are we not playing? So it's kind of fun going to other places. First time we went to Russia, no one told us that a hit song over there was something that we hadn't played in years, and we hadn't practiced. So it's good to actually do your research.
Really? What is the hit song in Russia for you guys?
It was called Say Goodbye off our second album.
Really? That's what they like out there.
They were all chanting it during the encore. We're like, what? This chanting Say Goodbye? What?
Yeah.
So we didn't play it the first time. I think they were very upset.
That's amazing. So you kind of have different set lists for depending on the different territory, what circuit you're running. You kind of have an idea as to what's going on. But I guess sometimes it catches you by surprise, like it did in Russia.
Yeah, and sometimes some of the guys in the band say, "Hey, we should pull this one out," and we'll play it, and it just doesn't go over very well. I'm like, yeah, all right, that's blessed. Okay.
Yeah.
Once in a while we'll do that.
For me personally, I just love it. It's a damn good rockin' band, and but some of the stuff that is like you have out there, like "Hate My Life." I don't know if that's the major popular one for Theory of a Deadman, but it's my favorite. And the thing is, I kind of go through this every day. It really hits me emotionally, where I go through this every day, where I hate my life, and when I hear that music, and it's almost like a venting. It's like every song you have has a great story. Every song the band has a great story behind it. But it's kind of like you turn a negative into a positive, which I find interesting. How does that come about?
Well, a lot of our writing is almost country-esque in the way that there's a lot of visualization and storytelling. I really enjoy writing stuff that like you can actually picture yourself in the song. And
Yeah,
I get that comment a lot about a lot of people can relate. That happened to me, or that was my ex-wife, or whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I think my life was. I mean, you just write how you feel. So I was having a bad day. I'm realizing that I was sweating over something ridiculous.
Right.
Life was fantastic, and that's usually what it is. You usually are upset about something that's really not worthy of being, wasting energy on. So it's all about.
Yeah.
That's what my life is really about, right?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't mean to say negative, but I love how the negative is turned into a positive just because you leave loving the music. Like Low Life is another one, Bad Girlfriend another one. You know what I mean? It's just it really turns into feel good music, even listening to the story all the way through, which I love. Yeah.
Yeah, just embracing who you are. I think that was the message in Low Life.
That's a nice one. Yeah, embracing who you are.
Trash, it's all good, man.
And what's interesting about
9 a.m. It's cool.
What I love, I kind of wanted to know. This is one I never knew about. Is the name Theory of a Deadman? You've changed it a couple times, but I guess it's Theory and Theory of a Deadman. Like both things are going on, right? Toad. I like that Toad thing. But yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm kind of wondering, I've never really had it explained to me where that name actually came from. What does it mean, Theory of a Deadman? I don't understand what it means, but I love it so much because one of the things that I love about, Theory of a Deadman, I know you went to Theory, but Theory of a Deadman, when you see that like on a sign or some sort of advertising for a festival or whatever, that stands right out. Theory of a Deadman listed with all these other bands, it's just something that I enjoy, but I never really knew what it meant.
Yeah, well, it was a song from our first record.
Oh, it is.
And we just changed the name of the track.
Yeah.
To something else, and then so we were actually making the first record. It didn't have a name of our band. Our record label was like, we need a name for your band. So we were kind of freaking out, like, what were we going to name ourselves? And I think we had some pretty interesting Dungeons and Dragons kind of names. It's probably Warlock or something in there. Who knows? But yeah, Theory of a Deadman was something that was a title track that we all kind of dug. Like, that's really cool. Like, what is that? When you're young, you think things are cooler than they are. So the name just stuck, and here we are all these years later. I still talk to people like, what do you do? I have a band. What's your band called? Theory of a Deadman. They're like, Theory of a what? I'm like, yeah. So it's an interesting name, but it does stick out. I think it kind of leads people to think we're a lot heavier than we are, but I love the name.
I love the name too, and I don't think you'll have that problem when you come into Niagara because everybody hears your. I mean, this music is played all over every radio station every single day, multiple times a day, and it's weird because you go from a wide range. Like you say, you can do acoustic country, you're kind of like grungy, so it kind of fits all different formats, all different stations. You hear it right across the board. Like everybody knows Theory of a Deadman down here.
Yeah, we don't really fit into a specific niche. That's one thing we honestly kind of struggle with is that every record sounds different than the last one, and we kind of love doing that. The other bands that just like they are who they are, and like AC/DC is a great example of a band where it's AC/DC. They're not going to go to the studio and rip out a piano.
Yeah.
That's really. So we always kind of struggle with how diverse our sound gets, but at the end of the day, like it is what it is. It's who we are, so we embrace it.
Yeah, it's great music. What was it like working with Motley Crue? Was that earlier on in your career? Was it a different level? Like, you know what I mean? Was it you're coming from this level, and was Motley Crue like the first big thing that you guys toured with?
Motley Crue was 2009. So that was my third record. We did a couple tours with them. And that was great. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
They were actually really nice guys. All of them were super nice to us. We learned a lot from Nick. He really was nice to kind of show us the way of how you should be treated. He treated us really well, and we were really well taken care of. It wasn't just like one of those things, the expectation of you're not allowed backstage, you're not allowed to hang with these guys. It was the opposite. They were just
super cool.
So we learned a lot. So after those tours, we really tried to do the same thing with bands that we play with and tour with. Just try to show them, like, hey, this is how it should be. Everyone should be really nice and welcoming, because you never know. We always look at it as like, you never know. We have fans open for us all the time, and then 5 years later, we're opening for them. So
you don't really know.
You never know who's going to open for you.
Yeah, you really never know who you're going to meet in the business, much like you did with Chad. Like, you just never know what's going to hit and where you're going to go and what's going to happen. The new music is what I was interested in as well. The Dinosaur album that just came out last year. That's a little bit different of a sound than. I mean, like I said, you're spread out quite a bit with musically, but this has kind of got a different little bit of a twist to me. How was that? How's that album work?
Well, this one we did in Sweden, which was kind of an old school way of recording, where we just kind of recorded everything as a band, kind of one take kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
Recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I redid a lot of my vocals. The producer really wanted to keep a lot of my vocals that we did, and I was like, no. But everything else was kept. So, you could solo some of the guitars that Dave's playing, and you can hear the drums, because Dave's just sitting in a chair next to the drum kit in the live room, so you can hear the drums coming through his guitars. We didn't do a lot of overdubs.
Wow.
So it was a really kind of going back to basics kind of idea for the 8th record, and it was awesome, and especially as we get older, we're just like, it's like going back to that nostalgic kind of sound, just getting in the room together and just turn it up. It was fun.
Yeah, and that's something you don't really hear anymore is recording going on like that. Like, a lot of times people aren't in the same place. You got to piece it together. Like, that is kind of cool that it's old school in Sweden. You get it done and put it out to a market.
Yeah, I mean, and I think we've gotten a little bit too far away from that. Not everything. People can do whatever they feel like they want to do, but for us, I think sometimes you get stuck in the studio where you're cutting and pasting and you're punching in a lot of stuff, and then also it's like, it doesn't really sound like a band anymore. So I miss the guys too. I miss just being in a room and just playing with them. So I think we're going to do that again on the next one.
Yeah, that's going to be great. It's going to be great when you come here. We're talking to Tyler Connolly from Theater of a Deadman. They're playing the Avalon Ballroom in Niagara Falls, a casino resort, Friday, February 2nd, which I like. I like a good Friday show where, you just get off work and you are listening to some damn good music. You take your date out there, whatever, and that's going to be great. Tickets at Ticketmaster or TheoryOfficial.com. I just had one more thing before I let you go, because I can't keep you forever, but I mean, you had a great story that I heard one time, and I kind of really hope that you remember it, and I want to hear it here, is where you first met Zach Wilde. It was awesome out in LA. I think you guys were recording or something was going on, and then you went to a bowling alley or whatever. The No Jack Daniels. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we recorded a track with Zach Wilde in LA, and the guy's such a sweetheart. Such an incredible guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, we hit it off right away, and we jammed for a bit, and then we said, let's go bowling. And I remember someone sent us a text or something, his management or something, and said, do not let him drink Jack, whatever you do. I mean, they were like, we're going to tell the guy he can't. Well, yeah. So of course, the first thing what happened when we got to the bowling alley was that he's like, let's get some black tooth grins happening or something like that. I can't remember, but we all got pretty lit up and played bowled, and we all stole the bowling shoes.
Oh, nice.
And wore them back to the studio, and then and we were supposed to stay the night. Zach's like, we're just gonna sleep here tonight. Me and Dave were like, nah, no, we're gonna go back to our hotel, and he just slept on the floor of the studio, and I guess he was woken up the next morning by I can't remember her name. She's a pop singer. She was doing a photo shoot.
It was like Mandy Moore or something, I think.
It's something like that. Yeah, I can't remember, but yeah. And then I guess they had to come and kick him out. And they're like, "Who's this bearded dude who's like sleeping on the floor in the studio?" Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah, it's just it's funny to me. It was just a story that I loved. I heard that somewhere, and I just wanted to confirm that it was true. But it's gonna be great, man. I'm looking forward to February 2nd when you guys roll into town. JJ Wild opening for you. I don't know if you heard her or not. Like sometimes you don't know your openers. I know management just puts that together, but that is just that show. JJ Wild plus Cedar of a Deadman. It's gonna sell out. It's gonna sell out. It's gonna be good.
Awesome, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold, but I don't care. It's fine.
It doesn't matter. You come down here in luxury, you stay inside, and I think there's a lot of people that like working the theater circuit now, I notice. A lot of people, and we never had it in Niagara Falls ever, like the theater, we never had a chance to have big bands in, and it's happened in the past couple of years because it's a new facility. And, you know, we've had the Tom Cochrans, we've had, the list goes on and on. They're always pumping bands in there, and Theater of a Deadman, I think you're going to enjoy it. We're going to enjoy it because this is a way to spend a Friday night, and the set list, I don't know what it is, but I know that you're going to hear some of the new music, you know, from Dinosaur, and you're going to hear some of the old favorites, the Bad Girlfriends of Santa Monica, The Hate My Life. Like, what more could you want? And tickets are only in around $50. Like, it's pretty much almost sold out. So this is going to be a good show, a pumped up show. I'm looking forward to it, Tyler, and I hope you are too. I know you are.
Oh, yeah. And I don't know what the set list is either, so I should probably figure that out coming up.
We'll get it all figured out, man. Tyler Connolly, it's been great talking to you. I appreciate your time, and thanks for joining us here on Hittin' the 12, 4680Q. We will see you on Friday, February 2nd, my man.
I'll see you there.
All right. Pump it up. We're going to do it. Thank you, Tyler.
You got it. Talk soon.
See you later, man. Ciao.